15,000 jobs. Gone, just like that. Can you imagine waking up, logging onto your work email, and finding out you're no longer part of America's biggest wireless company overnight? What if I told you this shockwave isn't just about Verizon? This is a red flag for the entire U.S. job market, and it could hit your town next. Are your savings safe? Are your family's plans about to change? Or is this just the beginning of something even bigger? What's really driving Verizon to make the largest layoff in its history? And who could be next? Stick around, because what happens next will hit closer to home than you think. Everything we thought we knew about job security in America just changed. Verizon isn't just another telecom. It's the backbone of your phone, your internet, your business. This layoff isn't a blip. It's 15%. That's 15% of Verizon's entire U.S. workforce, wiped out, according to the Wall Street Journal and Reuters, as of November 14, 2025. 180 stores will be franchised, meaning thousands of workers won't just lose jobs. They'll lose stability, health insurance, and benefits. Here's the part that really stings. These aren't just entry-level roles. Over 20% of all management jobs are being axed. Families counting on those higher salaries, suddenly zero income. It's the biggest layoff in company history, and it's making waves across every state. What's driving this shockwave? Are you ready to hear the truth about what could land on your doorstep next? Let's break it down. How did Verizon reach this crisis point? This isn't just mismanagement. It's a perfect storm. First, the numbers. In Q3 2025, Verizon's profit dropped 12% year-over-year, according to Bloomberg and Reuters, November 2025. Why? Competition is heating up. AT&T and T-Mobile rolled out new pricing and aggressive 5G plans. Verizon's customer churn rate soared from 1.1% to 2.3% in just 6 months. Remote work has changed the game, too. Demand for corporate contracts fell, with business services revenue down 9% since last year. Meanwhile, Verizon's debt is mounting. The company faces over $150 billion in long-term liabilities, up from $143 billion last year. Can a company survive when profits fall, competitors surge, and debt piles high? Or is this the new normal for America's giants? And here's the twist. While other telecom giants are merging, Verizon is slashing its workforce. Is that really a path to survival, or just the first domino to fall? Let's see the faces and cities behind these numbers. Let's get personal. Who's actually suffering from this Verizon shockwave? And which communities are bracing for the biggest impact? The numbers are brutal. About 15% of Verizon's total workforce is being cut. That's around 15,000 people out of almost 100,000 employees. Over 180 stores are converting to franchises, meaning thousands lose their direct employee status and all the benefits that come with being part of a major corporation. The layoffs hit non-union management the hardest. Over 20% of management roles will disappear, while unionized positions are mostly spared for now. Which states are on the front lines? According to Bloomberg, the layoffs are concentrated in Verizon's largest employment bases: New Jersey, Texas, Florida, and New York. Smaller offices in other regions face total closure. If you work in one of these states, how safe is your job right now? Let's not forget, not all retail stores are staying open. Underperforming locations in rural towns and suburbs are first on the chopping block. Imagine a store that's served your community for 15 years, shutters down, lights out, and every worker gone. Who else feels the pain? Middle managers and longtime employees, those with pensions, health insurance, kids in college, are the hardest hit. Entry-level roles face replacement by AI-powered support tools and automation systems, making recovery even tougher for those looking to bounce back. This isn't just about numbers. Every data point is a family, a mortgage, a future suddenly thrown into chaos. Are you wondering who could be the next domino? Stay with me, because expert predictions are more alarming than you think. Now let's ask the big question: how bad could this get? What do the experts see on the horizon? Verizon's own CEO Daniel Schulman says, cost reductions will be a way of life for us here. That means even more future layoffs aren't off the table. Industry analysts, Bloomberg, Reuters, warn this shockwave isn't isolated. Already, rival carriers like AT&T, T-Mobile, and Charter Communications are slashing thousands of roles in Florida, Texas, California, and New York. In fact, U.S. tech/telecom layoffs for October hit a two-decade high, according to Reuters, November 2025. Here's where it gets even more alarming. Some predict AI automation could replace over 25% of frontline telecom jobs within 18 months. If you're working retail or customer support, watch out. Worse, Harvard Business School research warns mass layoffs can destroy innovation, morale, and productivity for years to come. Is Verizon's move a smart survival tactic, or the beginning of a race to the bottom for every month? Some Wall Street forecasts call for Verizon's stock price to drop 9 to 12% if subscriber losses continue through 2026. It's not just jobs at stake, it's pensions, health coverage, even housing security. For thousands, the fallout is already real. You might be asking, will my company be the next to announce layoffs? Or should I change my career now before the next domino falls? Let's fast forward. What happens next for Verizon, its workers? So what's the immediate timeline? What should Verizon workers expect next? According to Reuters, Bloomberg, and the Wall Street Journal, the layoffs take effect as soon as next week, starting November 18, 2025. This is not a slow rollout. Managers, retail staff, and corporate roles are being notified all at once. Most affected employees will receive severance packages, up to 3 months of pay, limited health coverage, and access to job placement resources. But here's the twist. Once stores convert to franchises, ex-Verizon staff are on their own. Support shrinks, benefits vanish, and for many, the safety net disappears overnight. November 18th, notifications begin. November 19th to 25th, store closures and franchise conversions ramp up. By December, most layoffs complete. Ongoing support for some managers. CEO Dan Schulman is pushing for a leaner, scrappier Verizon, but investors warn of a bumpy recovery. Share price is likely to stay volatile, especially if subscriber losses continue. Will this shakeup make Verizon stronger, or start a chain reaction across the entire U.S. economy? For those let go, it's time to act fast. Update resumes, apply for unemployment, and consider retraining, because competition for new jobs in telecom and tech is only getting tougher. The ripple effect? Expect more price wars, deeper discounts, and possibly more layoffs across the industry. The economy may be on the edge, and Verizon's shockwave could be just the first jolt. Stay tuned for the conclusion.